All right, let's talk about the phone interview. If you've got one coming up, you know it's a huge deal. These days, that first call is pretty much the main gatekeeper. It's what decides if you even get a chance to walk through the door for an in-person meeting. So let's dive into exactly how you can nail that first impression and lock in the next round.
It's the question that keeps people up at night, right? You know you're perfect for the job. You've got the skills, you've got the experience, but after that first call, crickets. You're left wondering, what on earth happened? Well, I'll tell you, it's usually not about your qualifications. It's about something that happens or doesn't happen in the first few minutes of that call.
Here's the hard truth. That initial phone screen is basically a rapid-fire sorting process. Recruiters are on a tight schedule, and they're making incredibly fast judgments to decide if you're worth more of the team's time. Your first impression isn't just a little important, it's literally everything.
Just think about it for a second. Over the phone, they can't see you. They can't see your confident posture, your professional outfit, or your engaging smile. All they have to go on is your voice. That means your tone, the energy you bring, and how prepared you are. Those are the only tools in your toolbox to make them think, wow, we need to talk to this person again.
So how do you do that? Well, acing a phone interview actually starts way before the phone ever rings. Getting properly prepared isn't just about looking good on paper. It's about calming your own nerves so your true confidence can shine through. Let's walk through the absolute must-haves.
Okay, these are the non-negotiables. First, have the exact version of the resume you sent them sitting right in front of you. Second, come prepared with smart questions. Not just, what's the culture like, but something that proves you did your homework. Like, I noticed the company launched Project X last quarter. I'm curious how this role will contribute to that initiative's success. Little pro tip, a mentholated cough drop just before the call works wonders for a nervous, scratchy throat. And, if it's a video call, for goodness sake, make sure your background is clean.
So, you've got your resume in front of you, you're all prepped, but have you stopped to think about what's happening on the recruiter's side of the screen? What if their computer system can't even read your resume in the first place? This is a massive hidden roadblock that trips up so many incredibly talented people.
Yeah, look at that number. It's wild. A staggering 75% of resumes get automatically rejected by what are called applicant tracking systems, or ATS. These are basically robot gatekeepers that scan for keywords and specific formatting. If your resume has a layout the bots can't read, it goes straight into the digital trash can before a human being ever lays eyes on it. Your application for your dream job could be getting tossed out by a machine.
And honestly, that is the perfect place to talk about this explainer's sponsor, MobileCV.ai. It was built to solve exactly this problem. It uses AI to take any document or even just your LinkedIn profile and builds a perfectly formatted ATS-friendly CV in about a minute. The formatting is gorgeous because it uses LaTeX templates, which is a super high-end system for professional documents, so it looks pixel perfect. But the best part, and why I really like it, is there's no subscription. You get 3 free credits to start and just pay as you go after that. It's the easiest way I know to make sure your resume actually gets seen. You can check it out for free with the link down in the description.
All right, so your resume sailed past the robots, and now you're on the call. This is it. It's all about execution. Let's get into how you manage the conversation to make sure you sound like the confident, capable, top-tier candidate that you are.
I want you to burn these 3 rules into your brain. First, and I know it sounds a little silly, but smile when you're talking. Seriously, they can actually hear a smile in your voice. It makes you sound so much more positive and engaged. Second, and this is huge, never ever interrupt. Always wait a beat, just 1 to 3 seconds after they finish speaking. And third, take notes. It keeps you locked in and gives you specific things to bring up later in the conversation.
Let's really dig into that pause for a second. We get nervous and we fill the empty air with ums and uhs and you knows. But a confident, thoughtful pause, it sounds like intelligence. It shows you're actually thinking about your answer instead of just nervously rambling. It's a total power move.
Okay, here's a mental trick that is an absolute game changer. Even if you're on the fence about the job, I want you to go into that interview and act like it's your #1 dream job. Just commit 100%. Why? Because it gives you amazing, low-stakes practice, it calms your nerves, and honestly, you might just find out that the job is a much better fit than you thought.
So, you've navigated the whole conversation like a pro. You're in the home stretch. Now let's talk about how you end the call in a way that cements you as a top candidate and all but guarantees you're moving on.
Before you say goodbye, you have to ask about the next steps and their timeline. And here's a really confident question to ask.
Based on what we've talked about, how well do you see my qualifications aligning with what you're looking for in this role? It shows you're serious, and it gives you one last chance to clear up any doubts they might have. And of course, a personalized thank you email within 24 hours isn't optional, it's mandatory.
Okay, now for the part we all dread, the tricky question. You feel your heart start to race, but listen, instead of panicking, I want you to see this as your moment to shine. If you have a simple framework in mind, you can handle these questions with total class.
Ah, the classic. This question is a trap, plain and simple. What they're really testing for is to see if you're going to start bad-mouthing your current boss or job. Complaining about a past employer is one of the fastest ways to get your resume moved to the no pile.
The secret here is to never, ever look backward and complain. Always frame your answer around the positive future you're running towards. So instead of saying the work is boring, you say, I'm really looking for a role that offers new challenges and a chance to grow. It's all about ambition and growth, not about escaping something you don't like.
So when you boil it all down, the winning formula is actually pretty simple. 1. Prepare like crazy so you feel totally in control. 2. Engage during the call. That means listening more than you talk and communicating with real energy. And 3. Follow through like a professional. End the call strong and send that thank you note. You master these 3 things, and you'll stand out from the crowd every single time.
With these tips, you're not just crossing your fingers and hoping for the best anymore. You are taking control and strategically positioning yourself for success. That first call isn't something to be afraid of. It's your very first opportunity to show them that you are the solution to their problem. So take a deep breath, follow these steps, and go make that next call count.